Morning, guys. Oh, okay. So, back in the studio. I've been meaning to do this one for a little while. It's a little, wow, mini album. Little, mini album. Anyway, regardless, sorry. I'm not my funniest this morning apparently. Um, yeah, so I've been meaning to document our little trip to Mariana's Trench for my daughter. And that's what I want to do today. So anyway, what I've done, I've had these forever, but I've just painted them white. I'll be sanding them down and decoupaging. But this, I found some, well, because Josh Ramsey, what he does, he wears these masquerade masks on this tour, which is, a lot of fun and everything else. So I wanted to document part of that too. This is a photocopy of a printout. So this will only work with photocopies. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm hoping this will work. But all you need is basically a photocopy, black and white. It's probably your best. And then some water and packing tape. Just good old packing tape or regular tape if that's all you have. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I haven't done this in a while. So what I want to do is I just want to place it over top of this. So what it'll act like is not a rub-on necessarily, but it'll be a pretty cool addition to the mini album. So I haven't, like I said, done it in a while. I'm going to do a couple of these masks, probably some of the smaller ones, because I think the mini album could probably support that a little bit better. So you could do the whole page if you really wanted to. I'm just going to cut them out anyway, but you want to make sure that's on there fairly smoothly. This one's not as smooth, but I think it'll be fine. And then just cut them out. So cut them a little bit larger, so when you go to use the piece afterwards, it'll act like a label. That's the idea anyway. You don't want it on the back side. So, and then what you do is you just put it in the water and let that sit. We'll come back to it in a little bit. I think this video will probably have a few parts to it. I'll just work on this album as I go, and I'll just take you along for the ride kind of thing. So you just want to make sure you're soaking that right nicely in there. I'm hoping this works, guys. I really, like I said, I haven't done it in a while, so we'll see. But the idea is to use those. Anyway, at this point, I'm just going to sand these with some sandpaper. You could use a nail file too if you really wanted to, if you didn't have sandpaper on hand. Oops. I just want to have nice smooth edges. Nothing too rough. So it's going to be kind of a mixed media kind of deal with this mini album, I think. That's the idea anyway. You can make this as, weathered looking if you want. You can do just paper too. I just wanted to paint it because I wanted to decoupage and everything else on it, so. And it does make a mess, obviously, but that's okay. Clean as you go. I do have my mat down this time, which is kind of nice. Take some baby wipes to it and just take some of the dust off because you don't want to, interfere with the gluing or anything like that. So I just dust them off a little bit. You could use chalk paint for this too. I think it'd be quite nice. You can make your own chalk paints, obviously, but just use good old craft paint. Works with just about everything. So the idea, let me give you a bit of a backstory on this. So for my daughter, I got her for Christmas tickets to go to see Mariana's Trench. And I went to text my husband saying, oh, I got tickets, for Carly. And, I was all excited and everything else. And I hit send, and then I looked at it, and it's like, I sent it to Carly. I was like, wait, what the heck did I just do? So I ruined the surprise for her big time. I made her day, but I ruined the surprise. But yeah, so it was not a proud moment for me. Let's put it that way. So anyway, it's all over now, so it's not the end of the world. But it's like it pays to really look and pay attention when you're doing these things. So all I've done is taken these and cut them so that when I go to put them together like this, I want to stagger them. Now, it's not, because this is how the original picture looks like. Because this is a little bit different, and Josh is in sort of a weird position here. I need to put him over here so you can see his face. And then this one will be the last, and I think this will be the first one. And I know his arm is going to be a little bit weird. The thing is, if I cut his arm off too much, like this, like I could do it that way if I really wanted to, and then it'll be in the order it's supposed to be in. I guess I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do it this way so his arm looks like it's really stretched out, just to play with it a little bit and see how that goes. That's the idea anyway. So I am just going to glue them on. And that is probably the best way to do it, I think. I'm going to use an old brush here. Oh my goodness. So again, you could do this, fairly quickly. Again, decoupaging. Because I want to protect it. I want to leave a little bit of edge around everything. I could do stenciling in the background, of course. But I don't know. I haven't decided how I want this whole thing to look. So. But yeah, it's oh, there we go. One of those things, I just wanted to do something special for her to document our little adventure. Mind you, we went in March, so it's been a while. But I haven't really found anything that I wanted to do with this yet. I still don't know 100%. So I just wanted to protect it and have it on there. Oops. Again, you can do stencils in the background. You can do whatever you like, obviously. Like anything else. I wanted to treat this more like an art journal type thing. So mixed media and things like that. A bit more creative, I suppose, in the sense that, it'll have a lot more of a story to tell through colors and the different items I'm going to be using. So that's the idea anyway. And yes, it's definitely out of sequence, but that's okay, because I think in the end it'll look pretty cool. Like I said, it's different. Mind you, it's a different band altogether. They're very interesting. They are Canadian, which is nice. They're from out west. But yeah, We had a pretty good time at this. Again, you know, play with composition and how you want to position things on there. I just wanted it to read more like like I said, an art journal. So I wanted it to be very, well, they're not rock and roll necessarily, but I do want it to have that grungy kind of look. That's the idea anyway. So, and then what I wanted to do is I wanted to put this one over here. I think, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, that's the cover. So here we have, okay, let's just see if we can dry these. And then, well, not dry obviously, but let's see what we can do. So the idea is to take the paper off. Oh no, it didn't work. See, that was the idea, just to be able to see the mask underneath. I think this printer is not the greatest. Maybe a regular photocopy would have been better. See, it just came right off. Well, you can see some of it. So it's there faintly. I think it's because of the ink. I think a regular photocopier would probably work better. But this is still salvageable. There we go. We could still use that, I think, anyway. I wanted to use it on a longer piece, on this one, technically. The idea is to attach that. Thing is, it's still sticky, so you could use it as is. And then still, you know, glue it down. But I want to let that dry a little bit. Probably should have fastened my mat down a little bit, but that's okay. It's fine. It will be sticky, so just forewarned here. Again, I don't know if this will work. I have no idea because I haven't done it in a while. So the idea is to have this like so. But the beauty of it is it's clear around the edges, right? So, oh, I kind of like that. So I like that. So you can see it, because I don't have a stencil, this is why I did it this way. Again, if you have access to a regular photocopier, by all means, use it, because it'll work a lot better in this case. But in this way, you can still use it. And the Mod Podge will dry clear. So that's not bad. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Again, not everything works out the way you expect. But I still like the results. I still think that looks pretty cool. So, let's see. Obviously, you could use stencils, whatever you feel like. Sometimes things don't lay flat, but that's all right too. I don't know. We shall see. I'm going to work on this one today, I think, for the most part, because I can. Let's see. probably should invest in, you know, black craft paint instead of my other, this one, but it's okay. That is fine. We will work with it. Because it's all we have at the moment. That's fine. Again, it's a question of making it look grungy, right? I could use the sprays, obviously, if I really wanted to. But in this case, I think just using different mediums work the best. You could totally use paper if that's what you wanted, but I wanted to do more an art journal style. I've done paper before with, you know, a lot of these mini albums and things like that. And it's, you know, it's great. It's a lot of fun. But at the same time, I wanted to try something a little bit different. So that is what we are doing. Ooh, I like that. Looks pretty cool. I like the fade out, so that's pretty good. Let's see. I'm using black because, well, black and red, right? But I wanted the pictures to stand out quite a bit. That doesn't mean I'm going to be really, you know, heavy-handed with it. I'm just going to, oops, almost like a gray. And some things will be covered up and you'll wonder why I did it that way. Sometimes I wonder too. But layers allow us to tell a story in a different way, I think. You know? That looks pretty cool. Oh, I like that. And maybe the masks will be covered up all the way. I don't know. Since it didn't turn out 100%, you know, it's not the end of the world. But I kind of like the background of it. So. You could totally use ink for this if you wanted to, obviously. You know, a little bit of permanent ink would be quite pretty. But I wanted it to stand out a little bit more this way. And I'll add pictures to it, you know, from our night and things like that. So I like how that's turning out. That looks pretty cool. Oops. I like these little finger dauber thingies. I just got these at Dollar Tree, I believe. So those are pretty cool. They work quite nicely. So I wanted to take something here. So I just basically, well, screenshot, you know, pictures from Instagram and things like that. And I just wanted to put these on here. So I thought it'd be kind of cool. And I don't think I'm going to end up putting too many photographs on here. I don't know how well it'll take to a lot of these. So I thought, you know, it'd be kind of fun to experiment with different layouts. And I'm just going to use my scissors because I don't want to have it look too, I still want it to be a little bit edgy looking, you know what I mean? So I thought it'd be kind of cool. Since that's Josh on stage, I thought it'd be cool to just sort of, you know, I don't know if that one should be there, and that one here, and that one like that. Again, do you see that, you know, once you start putting pictures down, the back of it, the background really doesn't show up as well as you would like. But that doesn't mean I can't use the other side of the other page to make it read the same way. So let's say medium one? Yeah, this one. So this one could be like this, and then I could match them up so when you open up the book, you can view all the pictures in the same time. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might just do that. Let's see. So since I have this paint out anyway, I might as well. Again, you know, dark to light. You can go as far as you like. I don't know. It's half the fun, I guess. You can water the paint down a little bit, but I wanted it to be nice and, you know, textured, maybe, eventually. And because I don't have too many pictures on this side, I could really go to town over on this side and put a lot more down. And that'll make the pictures pop a little bit more, I think. Now I haven't decided if I'm going to hot glue them down or, you know, matte the pictures or whatever. Maybe I'll matte them on some red cardstock and then attach them with some foam tape or something. I don't know. Make sure you let this really, really dry really, really well. You don't want any of this paint or other stuff, you know, to sort of transfer to your pictures. I just, you know, they're not overly expensive, these pictures. I just printed them off of my own printer. So I'm just going to fade it out here. So once you, that looks good. I like that. That looks really nice. I think consistency is key when you're trying to make a booklet. You know, you want to keep things as similar as possible. It doesn't all have to be the same, but you know, the more similar it is, like in color and texture and the stencils you use, the more cohesive it looks, which is what I like about mini albums. You can make it all very cohesive looking. So that looks really good. I like that. Huh. Anyway, that is the idea for the very first page that I'm working on. So like I said, I might, you know, put this onto some red cardstock, and then we shall see in the next video, guys. I'm gonna let this dry and yeah, come up with some more ideas. So it'll be fun. All right, see you next time, guys. Bye.